Buying a device. What to know. First, a table of contents. First, know your needs. Second, understand key features. Third, compare and choose wisely. And fourth, long-term considerations. First, know your needs. Why your purpose matters. When buying a device, the most important first step is figuring out how you use it. A device for gaming needs different features than one used for schoolwork. Knowing your main purpose helps avoid overpaying or underbuying. Matching your needs to the right specs makes your experience much smoother. Here are 4 key topics related on why your purpose matters. First, define your primary use, whether it's work, entertainment, study, etc. Each of these different forms of primary use would make you will help you in your decision in finding the perfect device that is best for you. Next, choose features that match your activities. Certain choose features that match your activities. Okay. Third, avoid buying based on looks or hype. Even though the device may look really fancy or the hype around it is that this is going to be the new next best device, sometimes it's not all that. Especially when it comes to the new iPhones, which release every single year. Just because the iPhone 17 is new and Apple is probably going to come up with a campaign to make it seem way better than the last, when it's really just a 16 with like that's slightly bigger. In this case, you might not want to buy the iPhone 17. And then purpose affects buying what specs and software you need. Just like defining your primary use, the purpose of you using this device will obviously alter the specs and software that you would need to invest in when buying this device. Consider daily use habits. Think about how often and where you use the device. Portability, battery life, and durability will become important if you use it on the go. If it stays mostly at home, size and power might matter more. Your habits shape what features are truly essential. Portability matters for travel or daily commutes. Battery life is key for mobile use. A lightweight build is better for frequent use. And lastly, stationary users can prioritize power over size. Identify deal breakers. Some features may be non-negotiable for you, like a headphone jack or stylus support. It's important to know what you can't live without. This helps narrow your choices quickly. Create a list of must-haves and nice-to-haves. For must-have vs nice-to-have features, here are some examples. Headphone jack, USB ports, touchscreen. Which one? Prevents buyer's regret. Speeds up the comparison process. What? Understanding your key features. Specs made simple. Device specs tell you how fast, powerful, and efficient the device is. Key specs include RAM, processor, CPU, and storage. You don't always need the highest numbers, just enough for your needs. Understanding the basics helps you compare devices wisely. And understanding that you don't always need the highest numbers is really important. Because sometimes if you're trying to get something that has 1 terabyte of storage, but you're only trying to use it for casual use, if you invest in this device just because it has a higher number, you'll actually be losing a lot more money rather than just investing in, let's say, 256 gigabytes, which may be more realistic to the use that you want to use this new device for. Now, RAM. RAM can handle multitasking. Ra- Storage determines space for apps/files. Processor controls speed and performance. Don't overpay for unnecessary power. Again, highlighting how you don't always need the highest numbers. Screen and display matters. The screen is what you look at the most, so it should be comfortable for your eyes. Larger screens are better for movies or design work, while smaller ones are more portable. Also, check the resolution and screen type. Good displays reduce eye strain and enhance your experience. Bigger screens are good for entertainment.
Higher resolution offers a sharper image. OLED and IPS panels offer better colors than their competitors, and touchscreens are useful for tablets and two-in-ones.
Battery and charging. Battery life can vary by hours depending on the device and use. Look for at least 8 to 10 hours for tablets and laptops if you plan to use them away from outlets. However, if you're planning on using a hardcore use of your tablets, let's say you're planning on gaming, or if you're planning on watching long form videos or movies, maybe shorten this down to maybe only 4 to 5 hours, as as 8 to 10 hours is preferable if you're just using it for simple use.
Check if the device supports fast charging. A good battery means fewer interruptions. Long battery life means more freedom. Fast charging can save tons of time. And USB-C charging is more universal, especially as Apple devices are now leaning towards adding USB Type-C to their devices instead of Lightning chargers. And battery size isn't the only factor. Software can affect it as well. Our third point is to compare and choose wisely between the devices that you want to buy. Set a realistic budget. Devices come in a wide range of prices, so it's important to know what you can spend. A bigger budget often means better specs and longer lasting devices, but good value exists at every price. Avoid paying for features you don't need. Focus on the best balance of price and performance. If one is too high, then you might want to lower one depending on your budget and your restrictions that you've set for the appliance that you're trying to buy. So first, you want to determine your max spending limit. Then you can diverge deeper and look for deals and discounts. Often, when you're looking for the deals and discounts, keep in mind that refurbished or open box can save a lot of money. And don't assume expensive equals better. Read reviews and watch demos. Reading reviews helps you understand real-world use, not just marketing. Look for common praise or complaints about the device. Videos or in-store demos help you feel the device before buying. Use both expert and user reviews. I'm not sure if all of you relate to this, but sometimes when I buy something, I just follow the hype and just buy it immediately. But sometimes it's really important to be more patient with what you want to buy. Make sure other people who bought it that they feel that is good, and watch a demo so you have a better understanding of the device and see if it will truly meet your personal needs. Other tips. Trust both professional and user reviews. You can't just fully rely on professional reviews because they may use it for a more professional environment. However, user reviews may be more general and may apply more to you. Watch hands-on YouTube videos. Check for long-term use issues. And lastly, pay attention to customer service comments. Compare before you commit. Don't buy the first option you see. Comparison helps find the best fit. Use side-by-side comparison tools to evaluate features. Make a short list of top 2 to 3 choices. Check for price drops or seasonal sales. Now, if there's two ways that I feel like you could do this. First, you could do what they suggest, going on websites like GSMA Arena or Best Buy and manually seeing the specs. But of course, especially since people may not want to put all that effort, I feel that you could likely just use an AI chatbot like ChatGPT and just ask them which phone is better and name the specs for each device. And ChatGPT will likely give you an entire list of the specs for each one. So personally, if I was in this situation and I wanted a new device, I'd likely ask AI to create a table where I can compare and see which one could be best for my use. And of course, if you want to do it the more traditional way, you would like to compare your specs and features, use the websites shown like GSM Arena or Best Buy, make a short list of finalists, and also look for holiday or back to school sales. If it's Black Friday, that's one of the best times ever that you want to buy a device. Or back to school sales is also a good idea to buy a device during that time period as well. And lastly, long-term considerations. Compatibility with your tech. Make sure the new device works with your other gadgets. This includes printers, headphones, smartwatches, and more. So I've heard a lot about the Apple ecosystem, and you want to have an ecosystem that the new device you buy can work with your Mac, with your mouse,
or with other or your iPad, or for Android, the same thing. So it's good to stay within. So once you buy like an Apple device, it's good to make sure that your other devices are Apple related or Android related because it'll make it a lot easier to sync and they will be a whole lot more compatible with each other. Check whether apps and accessories and then in an incompatible device can lead to headaches. Check whether apps and accessories are supported. So of course, you have the iOS and Android ecosystems. You have accessory compatibility. You have file sharing options and software sync across all of your devices. Software updates and support. Devices need regular updates to stay secure and useful. Check how often the manufacturer releases updates and how long they support the device. Some brands offer more frequent or longer lasting updates. This impacts your device's life and security. Frequent updates return longer device life. Apple devices usually get longer support. Android support varies by brand. Updates fix bugs and add features. Warranty and repair options. Don't overlook the warranty. It can save you money and stress. Check if there's an extended warranty option and accidental damage protection. Also look into how easy it is to repair and replace parts. Good support makes a huge difference. So minimum 1 year warranty is standard. Check for accidental damage coverage. Research nearby service centers. And brands with better support have higher satisfaction. And here are the resources that we used in order to create this presentation. If you'd like to go back and see that this will be sent to you shortly after this presentation. Thanks for listening. If you'd like to learn this lesson with Cyber Mentor, please go to our website or call W184 W 1-844-217-3057 to register for a one-on-one phone session. We also host weekly top tech drop-in sessions from 2 to 3 p.m. Eastern Time on Thursdays.